Stephanie Bain, I have a books. I'm a book addict. There's so many books. Hello everyone, Stephanie here. I'm filming this the same day as my wrap up because I don't got time for this shit. And I need to film this review because I technically should have filmed this before I left on my trip, but I was too lazy. So I'm doing it now. And it's going to be no spoiler because... okay, maybe it won't be. I don't know. We'll see if this ends up being a no spoiler or spoiler. Towards the end, of course. It'll have a no spoiler part though. Okay, anyway. Today's no spoiler review... or not, maybe, who knows, is about Caraval by Stephanie Garber. This book has been going around for a while. Some people absolutely love it. Some people absolutely hate it. I absolutely loved it. This book is amazing. I can understand why everyone loves it. Like, I understand the hype completely. It's so magical and so beautiful. But let me tell you what it's about. It's about a circus, Caraval. And the thing is in order to go to Caraval, you have to be invited by the Caraval master of Caraval. What order do they say his name? Caraval master. You have to be invited by him in order to go. And Scarlett, for many years, had been had been writing to the Caraval master, you know, to get her and her sister tickets to go because she always wanted to go. She doesn't have the best home life and just a bunch of stuff. And she eventually gets the ticket to go to Caraval. And the thing is the Caraval is kind of like a Clue. You know the game Clue where you have to like figure out a mystery? Well, every year or every Caraval, there's always like a mystery people have to find. You're either a player or a watcher, and Scarlett's a player. And that's all I'm going to tell you. But can I just say that this world was so magical and so beautiful, and I loved it so much. I loved how intricate the world is, and to me, I thought it made perfect sense. I thought she did it extremely well. Stephanie, that is. That she built the world up beautifully, and everything was just laid out for you. I really did love it and enjoy it, and I thought it was so good. I did have occasionally a few issues with the characters, Scarlett mainly, but like at the same time I understand Scarlett and her hesitations that she had in the book and her faults. I understood them and I was more accepting of them, although sometimes I just got a little frustrated, but it really wasn't that often. And there was a part at the end of the book where I felt like it was kind of dragging, and then when it picked up again, it was pretty awesome, so I didn't care. But it did drag for a few minutes, okay? But I thought this was so good. I love that the book, first off, is also sectioned off into days of the game, or Caraval. Like, you have the night of Caraval Eve, and you have, like, little things like that, you know? It has, like, night 2 of Caraval. I did like that. Also, these pages are really pretty. Like, this whole book is just really pretty, okay? I just really enjoyed it. I like the mystery behind everything. I don't even have theories about some things, and I have theories about others, but quite frankly, I probably already forgot my theories. That's why this is a no spoiler. I made up my mind. I thought the writing style was amazing. It was very captivating, and it flowed beautifully. It was kind of like flourishy writing, but not an excessive. This was just like the right amount of it being like pretty writing that wasn't taken too far, because sometimes I feel like some writers just like go way off their basket with it. But I thought her writing was captivating, and it was just so like descriptive without being too much. That's another thing. I was able to visualize the world so well. I mean, of course it has a map, but it's different being able to like place everything, but then it's also like being able to see the buildings in your head, and just like there was just things that happened that were so cool and so weird and unique, and I loved it. I mean, I haven't read a book like this. I never read Night Circus, so I don't know if it's supposed to be like a copy of that. And just the way the world also worked was so intricate and so like, I'm telling you, the world to me is what sells this book, in my personal opinion. I could see some issues with the characters, don't get me wrong, that's why I gave it a 4.5, but the world was just so good. Also, I feel that the plot, as the story continued, just like, it starts off like really good, right? It's a good plot, and then it's like, holy shit, this is a really good plot, and then by the end of it, I was kind of mind blown in the best way possible. And I really did enjoy that, because sometimes with books that you don't Like, the first book sometimes is a little lackluster and it tends to pick up after that. I do feel though this was a very strong first book, and I really can't wait for the second. There was also parts in the book that as it's progressing because of the plot, one thing that I liked is I kept second guessing myself the entire way through. I was questioning this thing and then I was like, but wait, no, maybe I should question that. I was like, wait, my mind was a mess because I felt like I was a part of the game. Like, I'm pretty sure I would have lost if I was actually playing it because I was confused as fuck. And like the best way, because I thought hardcore that I had something, and then it'd be like, no, you don't. You really, either I'm losing my touch or books are just getting better. Or I was just so lost in the book that I really just didn't have time to think of a proper like solution to everything. So it's one of those things. But at the end of the day, I really did love it. I really, really, really did love it. I thought it was so beautifully written, again, like I said. But it was just such a suck you in, read all night long. The next thing you know, you're done with the book type of read. And I feel like you don't get books like that often, that feel magical in that sense. Because, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Red Rising and Outlander are amazing. But I don't feel like magic. There's no magic in those books. There's heartache and like sadness and tears. This was just like happy, even though there's like horrible things going on. And just the villainy, oh my god, I really loved it. And now like everything's flashing back in my head and I'm remembering everything, and it was just so good. I loved it. Have you read it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Comment down below. We could talk spoilery down below too. It's just my thoughts are kind of a mess. So I do remember a lot of things that happened, but not exactly in the order it happened in. I read this book not exactly a full month ago, but it's been a few weeks. And it's not that I don't remember it. Believe me, I do. But I've read another book and a half since then, so that also happens sometimes. But no, I really did love it. I hope you guys do too. If you haven't read it and you want to and it's sitting on your shelf or you're waiting to pick it up from the library, I hope you enjoy it. I thought it was absolutely beautiful and so much fun and so magical. I want to reread it right now. Like, seriously, it's absolutely horrible. A Court of Thorns and Roses made me feel like this. Look how that ended up in second book. I'm just saying. I'm excited for book 3. Okay, now I'm getting way off topic, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. You could totally tell I haven't filmed because I feel very awkward in front of the camera right now. You can lose it, people. You can lose it. Bye.